Good evening. BBC South East Today has discovered that the Church of England has conducted a secret investigation into a former Sussex bishop who is also a close friend of Prince Charles. The Right Reverend Peter Ball has close ties to the royal family and was the Bishop of Lewes for 15 years.
But he resigned in disgrace in 1993 after committing an act of gross indecency against a teenager. We now understand that a dossier of information about the bishop has been sent to Sussex Police for review. Our Home Affairs correspondent Colin Campbell has the exclusive story.
And what hurts us our hearts most?
A former Sussex bishop, a close friend to Prince Charles. It's files about Bishop Peter Ball kept at Lambeth Palace, which are now being scrutinised by police.
What seems to have happened here is the National Safeguarding Team, with authority from the Archbishop of Canterbury, have investigated for the purposes of determining whether there's further action that should be taken against him. This is a major first step for the Church of England.
When it came to the abuse was both sexual, mental, physical.
Speaking for the first time on TV from his home in Australia, Neil Todd was abused by Bishop Peter Ball 20 years ago when he was a trainee monk.
It's an investigation which, to be honest, I think is well overdue. I just don't understand why it's taken this long for them to make any other inquiries.
Admitting gross indecency against Neil Todd, Bishop Peter Ball resigned in disgrace in 1993. At the time, a statement from the bishop was read out.
I regret with great penitence and sorrow the circumstances that have led to this police caution.
After his resignation, the bishop was provided with a grace-and-favour home in Somerset by Prince Charles. He also read a homily at the funeral of Camilla Parker Bowles' father in 2006. Now 80, Bishop Peter Ball continued working in churches until 2010. In a statement, Sussex Police told us the reports and files they've received relate to matters more than 20 years ago and that the contents will be reviewed in order to establish whether any police investigation of possible criminal offences would be merited. In the 1980s, Bishop Peter Ball lived here at the rectory in Littlington in East Sussex. Whilst here, he ran residential retreats for young people. One of the schemes was called Give a Year to God, and it involved teenagers and young adults devoting 12 months of their life to the church. Known as the Bishop's Young Men, we've discovered 3 were sent to live under the supervision of priest Roy Cotton, who sexually abused many, including Phil Johnson.
You have the vicar, clearly was an abuser and had a previous conviction. You had his best friend, who has subsequently been convicted of abusing boys. You know, you have a bishop who, you know, accepted a police caution for acts of abuse, and you have other associates.
When I interviewed the former Bishop of Chichester a year ago, he refused to discuss Bishop Peter Ball.
Do you believe Bishop Peter Ball turned a blind eye to what was going on?
I don't think I'm willing to talk about somebody from the past like that. I think it would be quite inappropriate for me to go into that.
This latest development coincides with ongoing disciplinary proceedings against the current Bishop of Lewes, Bishop Wallace Benn, who's facing 2 formal complaints for alleged safeguarding mistakes. Criminal investigations into retired Eastbourne priests, Canon Gordon Rideout and Father Robert Coles, and an investigation ordered by the Archbishop of Canterbury into child protection failings in churches in Sussex. Once an active member of clergy, Bishop Peter Ball is now described as being very ill, but not in hospital. His spokesperson told us he would not be making any comment. Sussex Police say their review will take several weeks.
That was our Home Affairs correspondent Colin Campbell reporting. He joins us live from Brighton Police Station now. And Colin, there are a few more details that have emerged about this investigation, aren't there?
Yes, Polly, the files and the documents have now been received here by Sussex Police and detectives have started that review. The Church of England has confirmed to us that it was a former police detective who carried out their investigation, that trawl of files at Lambeth Palace. And it was the findings of that retired police officer that prompted the Church of England to send forward the dossier of information. What we don't know is exactly what the nature of the information within the documents is or whether it is new information. Now, Sussex Police say they hope that their review of these files will be completed by the end of June.
Thanks, Colin.